go. That's a spot right there. All right. That's a spot. All right. This is an 18.5-inch spot. That's what we're looking for out here. It's a good fish. All right. All right, so before I make any more casts, we're gonna drift in this spot for a second. So, this buzzbait, shred of this buzzbait. All right, y'all. So today we are out here on Lake Norman. How many of y'all have fished Lake Norman? How many of y'all fished this awesome lake before? I say I love this place. I live a couple hours away, so I don't get to get out here quite as often as I want. But I love coming out here. I love the spotted bass. Spotted bass don't love me all the time, but it is what it is. I'm gonna keep coming out here trying to catch them. I just caught it. I just caught an 18.5. I just a couple minutes before. It was a little dark. It might be a little dark right now, but I caught a 16.5. Probably within 10, 15 feet of each other. So out here on Lake Norman, got some water on the screen right there. Hopefully, hold on, please, one moment. So I'm gonna be throwing this buzzbait right here, and if y'all have watched this before, it always bend it so that the blade hits the head. Always bend it so the blade hits the head. Takes a little bit. Almost. There we go. Yeah. Makes a nice clacking noise. These fish can't resist. So if y'all need these, Greenfish Tackle Hammerhead makes some, Scottsboro Bait and Tackle. If you call the guys at Scottsboro Bait and Tackle, and I don't believe they have them on their website, but they'll mail them to you if you order them from those guys. So we're out here at late summer, early fall, and we're gonna be trying to find some fish on this lake, as I haven't been out here in 8 or 9 months or so. So it's gonna kind of be moving very quickly, trying to find these fish. So I've been throwing a buzzbait since it was dark out, and I'm going to keep covering water with the buzzbait. And the primary focus that I have here is I've skipped a lot of water that's kind of level, uniform depth, and I've come to this spot over here where it's got actually, there's a road right here, and it's got a nice deep water section right here. So these fish at night can go out and suspend and chase bait fish and stuff like that, and then as the sun's coming up, they can push up these rocks, or however the fish move, but they don't have to move 600 yards to go from deep water to shallow water. This is a nice spot where you've got deep water and shallow water in close proximity. So burning through that. And like I said, since I haven't been out here in a while, I'm going to cover water. I'm going to be throwing the buzzbait, maybe throwing the jerkbait and stuff like that a little bit, and then later in the day I'll scan around and look for some brush piles, look for some offshore rock piles, and then we'll fish those with the shaky head drop shot and stuff like that. Then we'll slow down a little bit. But right now we're trying to find fish, just trying to get some kind of activity level. I'm going to move fast until the fish tell me to slow down. So that's kind of tips for you guys. If you're ever fishing in new body water or anything, move fast until the fish tell you to slow down. You don't want to get stuck in you don't want to go to a bad area and be fishing a weightless Senko or something like that for 45 minutes to find out it's a bad area, when you can roll through it fairly quickly with a reaction bite, or try and get a reaction bite, and that'll tell you the fish are there, and then you can slow down. So like right now, if this was a tournament, I would slow down. I would really fish this riprap, throw a jerkbait in front of it and stuff like that, because I've caught 2 fish really quick, so I know there's groups of fish here. But not a tournament. I'm just kind of out here roaming around, so trying to find some stuff. There is a tournament in a month and a half out here. Maybe we'll jump into, in order to do anything in those. Local trail out here is Queen City. In order to do anything in those, they do a 4-fish limit, and what usually takes about 74 to 76 inches to win. Give or take out here. It could take 78 if somebody catches a 20-inch spot or something like that. But so I mean, right off the bat, 18.5 is a pretty good start. So we'll keep that in mind. We'll mark, make a mental note of this spot if I come back and fish it in the tournament. It's a month and a half away, but these spots will, they'll hit top water until there's ice in the water just about. So enough of me talking. Let's get back to catching some more fish. All right, y'all. Took my legs. Took the legs off my buzzbait. Gosh, right at the boat. Oh, calm down there. Calm down. Man. Yeah, and don't even need the trailer hook. Like 15-incher just killed it. Oh, scare you to death out here. That's part of the reason I love it. I love it out here. These spots do not care, and they're ferocious. Right here at the kayak, every time. Man, don't even need a trailer hook. I'm gonna keep it on though. 17. So 18 and a half, 16 and a half, 17. Plus like little 14s, 15s. Pretty quick order on the old buzzing bait. All right, got a decent start to the day. All right, they are back here. Now these things are strong. Definitely left my net. Definitely left the net in the truck. Go. A 16-incher. Got a little belly on him. Saw them all in that little brush pile down here. Scoping, cheating. These fish don't count. Shame on me. Fish don't count anyway. They're only like 15 inches. Oh, 14 and a half incher little guy. There's a little piece of brush down there. I dropped the shaky head into it, and I felt the shaky head crawling over the brush, and I popped it out, and you just see all the little arches come after it. Saw like 4 arches come shooting after it. I'm like, oh god, I know what's about to happen. Oh. All right, so it's been about 45 minutes to an hour, probably 30 minutes since I had my last bite. I'd say about 30 minutes or so, and like I'm trying to pay attention to, you know, I was getting lots of bites out towards the main lake, and then it kind of got tapered off as I got back in this creek. And I think it might be something to do with, a little chilly out here, might be something to do with the bottom composition is turned into sand mostly now instead of chunk rock and stuff like that. This is all just, you can see this entire bank over here is just sand. So I'm wondering if that was it, because I mean I was getting bit, like at least like missing fish and catching fish and things like that. And then the farther back I got in here, just tapered off. Now it could be something to do with the sun coming up, but I think it's more to do with it's just slick bottom out here. I mean, I know spots will get on that stuff. They'll get on just a plain slick bottom, but so I'm gonna head back out. Might jump across the other side over there. That looks to be a little bit steeper bank. So it's gonna have a little bit, you know, chunkier rock because it's a steeper bank. And while I'm going over there, I'm gonna scan for these cane piles like this one right here, and mark a couple things. So we need some more 18s. We need 3 more 18 inchers. So I got the 18.5, 17.5, 16, 16.5, something along those lines for my best 4. So need 3 more 18s. Need to scrounge up 3 more 18s before like 2 o'clock. That would put us fairly good in our tournament, imaginary tournament that we're having. So, all right, carry on. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Little guy, but man. All right. Move back out towards the main lake, guy. So I just moved back out towards the main lake. The reason I was sitting here is the bottom is kind of all chunk rock right here. And I caught one. Haven't caught one in a little while. Everything like from here back, just kind of sandy bank, sandy bottom and stuff. And this is like rock, chunk rock. So I think that might be the pattern for these shallower fish, is finding those chunk rock areas. Chunk rock, deep water, close to the main lake. Just gotta scan around and find that stuff. But figuring out a little bit. I do want to go drop shot and fish offshore. Put some new line on a drop shot rod. Just want to test all that out. But might throw the buzzbait a little more, because who doesn't love buzzbait bite? Felt him pull back just a tiny little bit. And not big. Little guy. Just a little guy. It's just about to say it's been a long time since we've caught one today. A little 14-incher or so. Spotty bass. Finally. Ah, there we go. There we go. Knew there had to be something up under that dock. It's too good. It's too good. Good 16. Oh, it's a good 16-incher. Little jig on a dock, the way they're supposed to be. All right. Oh. So ran the buzzbait a good bit. I'd say the buzzbait bite tapered off, I think, whenever I went to the back of the creeks, because whenever I started coming back out, I caught fish again. So rock banks, chunk rock banks of the buzzbait. Got a handful of places where I can do that. And then I'm gonna run through and see if I can find some brush piles on docks, or find some good quality docks like this one right here. And we'll see if we can end up with that 74 that we're looking for. So what I've got here, little green pumpkin jig. Main thing is I've super glued the trailer on because I am skipping this thing. Yep, a little bit of super glue on there. Just a little green pumpkin jig. I dyed the tail chartreuse to look like a bluegill, so it's a bluegill crayfish. Looks like a little bit of everything. And we're just throwing that up under docks. And if you want some tips on dock skipping, let's say you're gonna have to train your thumb quite a bit, because this thing is I keep my reels super loose, so it really helps with that. And then the other thing is you want to use reels that have a centrifugal brake system. So Shimano's, Abu's, I believe some of the Lew's, there's a couple companies out there that have the centrifugal brake systems as opposed to the magnets. Because the magnets are either like too free and they just smash it into the water, or they pull on it a little too much, and whenever the spool slows down at the end of the cast, the lure will still continue to kind of arc upwards because the magnet's pulling on it. Whereas the pins, whenever the spool starts to slow down, the pins retract, and it lets the lure just kind of continue on that nice flat glide. So I do Shimano. I've got a couple Lew's reels. I like the Lew's reels for like bomb casting, because those magnets do let you cast super far. And the way, I mean, I could cast super far with the Shimano's. I would just turn all the brakes off, and it gets to be a little dicey with that. But say Shimano's are my control reels. Lew's are my distance reels. So guys, if you want to get into skipping, it's not super difficult. I mean, you are gonna have to go out there and throw and backlash a whole bunch. I mean, I backlashed a minute before I caught that fish. So it's a lot of practice, a lot of going out there and doing it. And I mean, the more that you do it, so you'll get the hang of it after a while. That's the best thing to do, is take one jig rod and just go to a lake that has a whole bunch of docks and just fish those docks all day long with that one rod. And by the end of the day, you'll get the hang of it, or you throw the rod in the water. But yeah, I'll say it's a little bit of practice, but just like anything else. So we're gonna continue. We'll continue that dock. I just saw a fish blow up on the other side of that second dock over. But this dock should be good. This one right here is good because it's the last dock in the back of a pocket. So try to go around the corner, or maybe that blue pontoon boat over there, it's kind of tucked in a little corner. It's like the back of a pocket. That one might have a fish on it, but we will continue on, see if we can hit that 75 mark that we're looking for. All right, y'all. Good one. good. How about that? So 16 3/4, getting closer to 17. Going back down there, closer to 17. Over the wire there. Little spot. Oh wow. I realized, like, as I felt that fish bite, the camera's not on. Up in this brush pile. Up in the brush pile. Oh, look, it's a spotted bass. They're all spotted bass. They're all spotted bass out here. Not all of them, but most of them. Need my hook back there, buddy. Not farther down. Not farther down. I mean, those are some pretty fish. Those are just some pretty fish. Part of the reason I like coming out here, because all the fish just look super colorful. There you go, buddy. Super colorful and cool. I'm on the old shake shake. The spot killer, the shake shake. You're fishing around spotted bass and you're not throwing a shaky shake. You're wrong. R-O-N-G, wrong. Catch them on anything, but shake shake works really, really well. Should be a brush pile right down there. If I can hit it. Say, fish hit it as soon as it hit the bottom. I thought I saw it stop and then take off a little bit. What we got? What we got? I'll never believe it, it's a spotted bass. Bent spotted bass. Got a little crooked back too. See, I have a knack for catching these fish with little crooked backs on them. A little 15.5, probably 16 incher. All right, y'all. I'm gonna call it for the day. I've been out here way too long. Super sunburned. Sunscreen has, you know, The sun has overcome the sunscreen. So overall, I feel like I had a pretty good morning. Like, the morning was great. Afternoon kind of died. I feel like these fish kind of roamed and scattered because there's no wind, there's nothing out here. So all the fish that I've seen have just been like, they'll blow up on shad over here, and then 500 yards over there they're blowing up on shad, and then they're just kind of blowing up on shad all throughout this entire lake. So I don't think they're really locked in anything. Then again, I'm not a Lake Norman expert. I mean, I caught 18 and a half, 17 and a half, 16 3/4, 16 and a half, so probably enough to get a nice thanks for showing up participation trophy if I showed up to a Queen City event. Just starting to get the hang of it. I only come out here a couple times a year. I want to start coming out here more, because I mean, it's just fun. Like, you can throw buzzbait all day and catch fish. So where were our big fish? Where our big fish went. All right, we're gonna explore more of that next time whenever I come out here. Whatever that is, something just blew up over there. That's a big fish. I bet that they're roaming and kind of taking this 50-degree weather, these 50-degree nights, and kind of starting to chase the bait fish in the back of these pockets and things. I mean, I caught a handful of them on the jig. Maybe if I ran enough docks, I'd come across some big ones. I don't know. Work in progress. So hopefully y'all enjoyed what we had for today. Buzzbait stuff, skipping. So there was a little bit of skipping stuff in there. You know, so as always, if you have any questions about what you're seeing, shoot me a message on the video, message on Instagram, do whatever you need. Try and answer everything as best I can. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. I'll see y'all next time.